Sandman.
Sandman. So I used to like the Sandman when I first started ECW, fake ECW. There was a time where we all kind of caravan together. I thought he was a character and a half. He had this girlfriend at one point. We called her Sand Girl. Like I was all I was all about his rough around the edgesness and everything. But there was this incident where I got my license. I was finally able to rent my cars. And we were at the airport and Sabu came up to me. I used to be really tight with Sabu. And he was like, hey, we don't have a ride. Do you think you can rent a car for us? And I said, because it's you, yeah. So I rented a car in my name. They didn't get the insurance. And what ended up happening is, I don't know how this part happened, but Sabu ended up jumping cars and riding with RVD. And Sandman and Tess kept the car that was in my name. Well, next thing I know, I get a phone call that they had been in a car accident because they hit a deer. And so we get to the spot where they're at, and I'm like, oh my God, this car is under my name, whatever. And then I don't know, it seemed like they were sewing it up. I could be wrong, but that's what it seemed like. And so I got in Tess' face. I was like, this car is in my name. Like, what the F? And they acted like I was the biggest bitch because of this. And I just remember going off on them, and RVD like put me in his car. I was like, just stay there. And so the next day at work, I didn't say anything to anybody. I'm thinking I have to deal with this on my own. It was my fault for doing this, like whatever. So then I find myself in Johnny Ace's office once again. And he was like, what happened? And I was like, what do you mean what happened? He was like, what's this car situation? I was like, oh God. And so I told him, minus the Soma part, that what had happened. He goes, are you dumb? Why would you rent a car for somebody? I was like, I was just trying to help. So then I get in trouble at work. And Sabu, long story short, ended up paying for everything. So that was that. To where, like, I guess his wife at the time even got mad thinking that he was paying stuff for me, but it was like, no, it was for like the wreck. But after that, Sandman was a complete asshole to me. He goes on different podcasts or whatever and openly talks crap about me. There was a time I was a part of this comedy trio back in the day before all the wrestlers were doing comedy. And we were called Blunt Force. It was me, RVD, my two friends, Chad and Corey, that are comedians, and my friend Bruce Jiggles, that's a comedian. And so we were doing the improv, and it was really fun because we kind of did our bit like wrestling wise, like when, let's say, Rob would go up against a comedian, I would come and like throw powder in the comedian's face to like just, it was real cute. It was real cute. So we're all like good, having fun afterwards. We're all taking a picture together. And then as soon as we're done taking the picture, freaking Sandman goes, I always hated that bitch. And I was like, dude. And at the time, Rob was married and his wife had asked him, what is your problem? And then he was like, oh, she's just a bitch. And she's like, thinks she's da da da. And then he ended up bringing up the car situation. And she goes, so do you think she's the bitch because she rented a car for you guys that you guys wrecked? And he's like, well, yeah. So I've been trying to like get answers for this to where I finally just gave up because Sandman won't say anything to my face. When I try to connect with him to see what the hell, he never wants to do it, but he just talks so much crap about me.